Hello everybody, I'm sorry I'm late. I literally came straight from the gym, as you can tell. I'm going to put my jacket on. So apologies for that. I had a funny story I'm going to tell you guys in a second once Dale gets on here. Or maybe I'll tell you guys quickly while it's getting organised over here. I'm just trying to put my jacket on. Can't do it backwards. There we go. Oh, hello, Belinda, darling. So basically, I stopped at Walmart, and as we all know, Walmart is a very glamorous place. And I stopped there to buy some peanut butter because my dog likes peanut butter. Anyway, there, finally got my jacket on. Made a big palaver of that. There we go. So I went to Walmart to get some peanut butter, and I realised that I'd left my wallet. I'd not brought it with me, and it wasn't in my gym bag. And I put it away just because I had the cleaner come today, so I didn't just she's lovely, but who's going to leave the wallet on the side, you know? Anyway, so what I did was there was a guy, oh, there's Dale. There's a Dale, I'm just telling a silly story, but I will request you in. Perfect. I'll wait till he's on, and I'll tell you the rest of this silly story. Hello, Dale.
Hi, please continue the silly story.
Okay, so I went to Walmart to buy some peanut butter because my dog likes peanut butter. So when I give him his medicine, I crush it up and mix it with peanut butter. Anyway, so I forgot my wallet, so I didn't have my cards, but I was already at the self-checkout. And so I just was like, I just got this glimpse of 5D Earth because I just saw this man and I could just tell he was like, you know, quite successful and quite kind of now like myself, you know. And so I just turned around to him. I was like, excuse me, can I ask you a weird favor? He said, what? I said, I left my wallet. I didn't bring my wallet to the gym because I had the cleaner come today and I need to buy this peanut butter for my dog. Can I cash out you the money and you pay for it? He was like, okay. So I just cashed out him the money and he paid for my groceries. And it was just so random, you know, like who does that? Like who would even think to ask a complete stranger to pay for their groceries and that you just cash out to him the money? I mean, I cashed out to him first. It was only like, I only ended up spending like $30. But I just thought it was really funny because, you know, in the future in 5D, everybody is just a friend we haven't met yet. And then I actually asked him what business he's in, and he actually grows medical marijuana. I was like, oh, I'm a life coach. I have a client that does that too. Maybe we're meant to meet. Drop me a text, you know? I gave him my business card. Anyway, so that was why I ended up being late, because I'd lost I couldn't just pay and go. I had to wait for this guy to help me. So there we go, guys. So yeah, that's what it's like in Amelia world. I literally approach people. I mean, obviously there's certain people that would look at me like I was trying to do something bad, but he obviously could just tell I was just nice, you know. And I needed a bit of help.
That's good.
Yes. So how's your day been, Dale?
Pretty good. Pretty busy. Okay. I have other employment outside of this, so that's been pretty busy lately.
Okay.
Arranging a ton of meetings and everything else, but I take it all in stride.
Perfect.
I avoid the Walmarts, though.
Say that again.
I usually try to avoid the Walmarts, though.
I normally do too. I was going to go to the Kroger by my gym, and I was like, no, I'll go to Walmart because they have the peanut butter that he likes.
Every time I go into a Walmart, I can't help but thinking whenever I look around, if ever there's a place where a zombie apocalypse will break out, it'll be here.
Yeah. That's why it was so funny, because actually in Publix to ask someone to help, everyone would just think it was kind of normal. It's like, oh, we're all nice people here. But in Walmart, it's kind of Walmart, you know, like the staff there are really, really aggressive to me normally. So it was kind of funny, you know. But anyway, on to other things. So we're here to talk about higher love. I have to say hello to Dale because she is one of my favorite people in the whole world and she's watching. She's called Dale as well. So Dale and Dale.
It's a unisex name.
Yeah. So the wonderful female Dale is with us while at the same time I'm talking with the wonderful male Dale. So it's all perfection. So shall we start with just maybe giving a recap of what we've covered in the last few weeks, because we seem to have a really lovely clear line. So let's make the most of it.
Okay. In those moments when I can't remember, Spirit always does, and they're telling me that it was necessary to connect within, okay, and to reconstruct stuff, especially if you have reached a rock bottom moment in your life. Those moments are actually moments that will put you out of your comfort zone real quick in order to ensure that you can reconstruct your life and realign your life closer to your inner being, really is what it's all about. And you'll know when you're not living in alignment with your inner being, you even in the midst of chaos, you can feel peace when you're living in alignment.
Yes.
When you're not, there's always those nagging things that will bother you.
Absolutely. I find that in my life that like today I've had 3 really strange tech things happen. Things that don't make sense. Like literally. They don't make sense from a technological standpoint, but they're not getting me frustrated. I'm just kind of, like I have a client that's paid her bill, and yet on my merchant bank it says unpaid, and I'm like, but it's paid. And it also underneath says that it was paid. I'm like, so it says it's paid, but then it's saying unpaid above, like weird stuff, just stuff like that, that's just trying to make me just be like, throw me off. But I'm not going to be thrown off. And then like my diary double booked someone for tomorrow, and I'm like, how is that possible that you can have 2 people at 3 o'clock? Like, how?
I have, fortunately, I don't get too many of those issues these days, but I can certainly empathize. I've had to juggle around schedules here and there, and it's just painfully get it done.
Sorry, say that again. It was cutting out, or it's sort of going quiet.
I just juggle schedules around, okay, and I just, whenever that type of thing happens, I just focus mindfully, and I trust that everything is going to work out for the best.
Absolutely.
And for the clients. My guides, my spiritual team, they schedule even better than myself. They're my go-to people. They manage me. I only think I manage it.
That's very true. That's very true. Normally when something cancels, I'm always like, yay, that's great. But yeah, I've had like actual tech things today. This is tech because like my online tech calendar has like, they're like glitches, tech glitches.
Yeah, I've had those type of things too. And when that happens, it could be a variety of issues that occur. Again, I just, like, you see, the ego mind, when it encounters a problem like that, it wants an immediate solution, right? And so all you have to do is look for those spaces in between the moments and just say, okay, it's going to sort itself out. You do what you need to do, and then you focus your energies elsewhere throughout the day. It will take however long as it takes. There's no sense worrying about it or fretting or anything else. There's a lot of things that will happen in the 3D matrix. Glitches, distractions, all that type of nature. You just,
absolutely,
like a bull in a china shop, with a focus that you're going to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, and the thing is that referring to your original point, these things, like once you are at a place of peace and you're in a good space, the only things they can throw at me is this tech stuff, and how you deal with the tech stuff is just obviously knowing that it's happening. It probably just means you're on track, But the other thing I just heard from my angels when you said the spaces, my angels were just saying about how it reminded me of a really old teaching that I read many years ago about how when we breathe in and out, that there's the gap in the breath. So the gap between the in and the out breath, that kind of, if you focus on the gap, like in between the inhale and the exhale, that brief pause, that can actually pull you really into the center if you're being pulled off by things.
Mm-hmm. It goes even deeper than that too. If you take the illusion of time, because that's really what it is, an illusion, and you've reached a certain point in your ascension, it's in that space, all of a sudden you can create, and instead of creating one thing, you can go like da, 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 da. It's created a ton of things in there. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Good. So basically, time is the illusion and everything happens in the now. And what I've just explained is like a super manifest, right? That's more of an ascended masters type of technique. But switching topics again, one thing that I do feel led to talk about tonight is more of a contentious issue that will really put people out of their comfort zone, okay? And that is knowing when to let somebody loose from your life.
Absolutely. Key.
Okay? Yeah. And people tend to think of this backwards. They get really disturbed by doing that. They're so used to being people pleaser. And so when they're faced with this, they're like, oh gosh, what do I do? It's like they're sitting on the fence. You don't need to do that. You don't need to feel guilty. If you honestly are receiving guidance in a particular direction in life, and you've got that advice, that inner witness, that it's time to communicate something to somebody, then you got to do it. And it may not necessarily make full sense to you or to anyone else in that moment. But I have found that by following that guidance and advice, Spirit has never once been wrong when I've followed it, okay? And you've got to release that inner guilt trip that you're doing on yourself and trust in Spirit. All you have to do is say what needs to be said, not a big, long spiel to the other person. You make it about yourself. You say, this is what I'm feeling, and then you deliver the news. And they may not like it. They may come up with anger and all sorts of things, but it's not about them in this case. It's about you and the truth that you've communicated. It's not your problem that they cannot handle that truth. And so you might be wondering, well, what does this have to do with higher love? Well, we have to show ourselves higher love. And when we're communicating something like that to somebody else, we're showing, first and foremost, we're showing ourselves that higher love by upon our inner wisdom that is in alignment with our inner being. And number two, by doing what is best for them. They may not see it in that moment, but this is actually an act of kindness, kind of high love for them. Okay.
I just got a couple of things at once. As soon as you started talking about the subject, I heard, here he comes with the gold. So my angels very much love what you talk about. And this is a very key subject. I've also been given a visual that's very interesting that I'd like everyone at home to do. I'd like everyone to draw a line, and everyone in your life that's higher vibration than you, put them above the line, and everyone that's lower vibration than you, put them below the line. And understand that moving forward now, whenever you want to make a decision about whether it's changing jobs, ending a relationship, whatever, if the people above the line agree with it, then it's probably the right thing to do. If the people below the line disagree with it, then it probably means you're doing the right thing and keep doing it. As in, you know what I'm saying? So become aware of that. And then at the same time, anyone that's below that line, if they are, even put them how far below they are, like literally draw them, like if they're close to the line, they're just a bit below you in terms of vibration and happiness, or if they're a lot below. The ones that are a lot below, it's time to just clear them out now. And luckily, a lot of the time, the trash takes itself out. You'll have a little bit of a blowout with them, and they'll be like, I'm not talking to you. And you'll be like, great, thank you. Let's keep that up for the next 60 years.
That so resonates with me. I've had many personal experiences like that where I've had to release somebody from my life, and an earlier point in my own ascension and growth process, I was more on the receiving end of that. As okay, now in hindsight, I understand it from a different perspective. I can see how difficult I was to deal with, how I used to be quite a bit of a jerk, okay? But I can see how I've grown. And that's the key, okay? It's not, you always know when you walked along the path 2 by 2 with somebody long enough where perhaps it's been you, right, that has been helping them, and that's okay. But it comes to the point where it's time to say, okay, the help that is required now is best delivered by somebody else. And that somebody else can encompass a whole slew of different people and things. Okay, and you should never feel guilty about letting somebody go who no longer serves you in any positive way.
Absolutely. We have a few things I want to, a few comments.
Sure.
So Jana Karen had said rather be alone than other people, but she made a joke saying, LOL, no one left. Honestly, guys, in this real ascension journey, in this real path to enlightenment, ascended mastership, etc., there is a point where there is nobody. It's actually true. There is a moment where there's nobody, and you have to get comfortable in the vacuum, because then what happens is as those last people are released, then the new people start to come in, and to start with, they may be, all your friends are on the internet, but it's okay, you know. Gosh, if all my girlfriends that I know around the world were here in my city, I'd never get anything done. We would be just having a ball continuously, running in the woods and going shopping and having lunches and having oh my God. So there's a reason why all my good friends are all around the world, was because it would be too much party. And I don't even mean the alcohol, but just party, you know. So understand and acknowledge that a moment of real, true aloneness is actually a part of this journey. So embrace it. It means that you're really getting somewhere if you get to that aloneness. And also know that there's this new batch of people about to come in who couldn't come in when you still had ties to these people. So you have to cut all the ties with them, go through your aloneness, and then the next batch come in, because they couldn't tolerate being around them. And that's kind of what I'm being shown a lot of, is that I love his idea that there's another teacher for these people, or another helper for these people, and by releasing them, you're releasing them so that other helper can come in. But not only that, there's also this element of the fact that if you are, you know, a light worker, an earth angel, someone here to change the world, which I think basically everyone in here watching is, then it's now no longer the time for the individual. If an individual's pulling you down, then the collective and the community you're meant to be supporting is being neglected of your services. So it's now in the interest of the collective that you're here to serve, whether that's, you know, young children, whether that's women that have been in abusive relationships, whatever it is, the people that you're here to help. It's too expensive for you to have one individual pulling you down now. You've got more people you're here to help, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I'll just elaborate on that a bit. The aloneness that you spoke about, that can also be referred to as what I call the 0 point. Okay, and that's an actual, how do I put it? It's an actual space, if you want to call it that. You are alone, but you're not. You're nowhere and everywhere all at once, and that's a difficult concept to grasp. It's very much something that occurs in the mind. It can be brought about during meditation, yoga, and other spiritual practices. Okay, but one thing that I'll pick up on as well is, yeah, you are creating space in order to allow people into your life. And really, you're never truly alone. That also is an illusion as well.
Yes, very true. My angels love it when I'm on my own because I can hear them. They almost don't like me being around people because it's hard to, I don't get messages as much when people are around. It's rare. It becomes rare when people are around. But when I'm on my own, they don't stop talking.
Yeah, and I've learned to listen to that voice. Perhaps I'm one of the lucky few that have that even in the people, but even I do get those challenges where the ego kicks in, okay, and then you're caught in the moment. But I catch myself more and more, and just realize I am always connected, and I always have. It's even if I'm standing beside a roaring waterfall, I would still have that quiet side. The problem is not
Your voice
spirit,
is very breaking up a lot. Your
and
voice is breaking up a lot. I'm not sure if anyone
my
else
lack
is. I don't know what it's doing for a minute. I have a dance party in my kitchen. Yes, me too. You're almost on the internet. Okay, so he's popped out for a minute. I do want to address the 1111 movement where they're saying there's no other one, it's all you. Yes, absolutely. The thing is what I specialize in doing is kind of helping people to get really comfortable in 3D and at the same time helping them to expand in 5D. And what I found is that in 3D, there's a lot of people that yes, if there are negative things happening in your life, it does represent an element of you that's actually a match. You know, it's a vibrational match to those people. But if you no longer want to hold on to that, you can let it go and then it's gone. And so I think that's the thing, because, you know, we can talk about time's illusion, but look at this. I was 7 minutes late for the call. You know, it's like, we have to have that fine balance. And that's why myself and Pardis get on really, really well, because we've done so much work on ourselves, so much healing. And at the same time, we both are very grounded in 3D. You know, she used to be a lawyer, and obviously I have my coaching company. So it's all different things, you know, that keep us grounded. But at the same time, I just know on a 3D level that anyone that's in your company, or you even speak to on the phone, they're going to have a vibrational effect upon your energy. And so removing those that are not meant to be in your energy is key. Oh, where is it? Where is he? Oh, hold on, I'm looking. I can't see him. Oh, there he is. There we go. Perfect. So removing people that are in your 3D energy that are not of a vibrational match to you.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, we've dealt with the 3D glitch, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm back, and I'll expand upon earlier points that came up. Okay. And really, when you're in that state where there is nothing and everything all at once, I can tell you that the one thing that I have is this ever-present love. That is and it's an aspect of the cosmos, and so many other things flow from that, such as happiness and delight and a lot of other states that are very important with that. So recognize it as a fabric, right, that knits things together. Okay? Yeah. Okay, now, okay, so.
I'm just checking on my dog, that's all. So he's just...
Any user comments?
There was one I wanted you to address also. I answered it, but I'd like you to answer it also. And that was from 1111 movement. And they said, there's no other one, it's all you.
Okay. We don't want to take Zen type of thinking it seems to me what that represents to me too far. There is obviously a oneness that pervades the entire multi. Okay, and when I say that, that entails all universes, all realms, everything in existence, ever, forever, and everywhere. Okay, that's one way of grasping upon it. But to go too far and to say nothing but the one is going too far. There are entities out there in the universe that are.
So that was interesting, guys. For absolutely no reason, they just cut me off. So here we are again. They've been cutting Dale off, who I'm having my conversation with. But they don't normally cut me off. He normally has to jump in and out. But this time they actually cut me off too. So there we go. So part 2. Hopefully Dale will see this and jump on. But yeah, so quite funny. But yeah, basically what's needed in the world right now is for a shitload of people to get super, super balanced in the 3D, happy, harmonious, following their intuition, healing all their childhood wounds, pursuing the career that most gives them and that most assists the world. That's what's really needed. You know, that's what we really need. We can talk about time's an illusion and we're all one. Well, we are, as in don't go and hurt anybody, because that's going to come back on you. But right now, I think it's important for people to identify who in their life is of a lower vibration than them, that's no longer serving them, that if they release this person, their vibration will become higher and their vibration will become stronger. They will become more able to give love in the world, give love to themselves, and be of service to others. And so, all things considered, I think it's very important that we do this.
Yeah. Now, explaining what I meant further about this oneness.
Oh, and I just did it again as well. I was just saying, like, really what we need is in the 3D is a lot of people that are in harmony and that are healed and that are working on themselves, and that we can use statements, you know, like time's an illusion and we are all one, but we have to be careful of it being misused so that people don't do the necessary work and make the necessary changes in their 3D world. Because right now we're all here in 3D. I'm sat on a sofa, a physical phone in front of me. This is where we are right now, guys, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You have to do the work. Nobody else is going to do that for you. When it comes to oneness, everything in existence is conscious. Okay, believe it or not. Your floor is conscious. The lunch you ate is conscious. The water I just drank is conscious. I'm conscious. My boss, I think, is conscious.
My dog, I think is conscious. There he is.
So many, so many things. It's a living, vibrant universe. Okay, if you were to take off the blinders and see everything energy, you would see everything in a quantum reality and see it vibrating and quickly realize, hey, this is all alive. Okay, but the same token, you are responsible for looking after this live vessel. Okay, and you've got this 3D existence. You're here for one or more reasons. And
they want me to interject just on physical vessel. They want you to look after this physical vessel mentally, physically, spiritually, in every way.
Yes, exactly. That's why I've made a number of changes in my life. Okay, I consider myself these days to be mostly vegan. All right, a lot of times I'll eat a vegetarian diet, and I made that choice for spiritual reasons. I knew that there was a certain point I reached about a year and a half ago where, in order to go where I needed, do what I needed to do, that I had to switch my diet. Now, I want people to understand that when it comes to the 3D world, that a lot of things that are put forward will have very much of a spin with knowledge and an agenda. Okay, and veganism is the same way, and so is vegetarianism.
Yeah, a lot of people carry it like a lot of people carry veganism like a badge of honor, like as an identity. I think it should be a very personal thing. I like to call my diet predominantly plant-based, which means if I want to eat a beef hamburger, I could, because I'm predominantly plant-based. So basically, I'm not following any. There isn't any rules or any and I'm not trying to be in any club. Does that make sense? And that sounds like you're similar. You're vegan, but kind of vegetarian, but it's different things.
Yeah, I do what feels right for me, in accordance with being aligned with who I am in the moment, right? And that's again part of love. You're intaking this food on a regular basis, which is providing sustenance for your body. Okay. And so you might as well show yourself the highest degree of love and give yourself the best foods imaginable. That means knowing when to pay attention to the body as well. If you've sat there and had 3 chocolate bars, maybe you've had a bag of chips, and now you're starting, although you enjoyed it, now you're reaping the consequences. You see, spirit doesn't want to be this cosmic killjoy. Oh, no, you can't have all this stuff. What they want you to do is to buy frozen. Can anybody hear me or see the video?
I hear you still, just can't see you. Now I don't hear you. Wonder what he was going to say. Oh, no, can't hear. I wonder what he was going to say. We will find out. Nothing. Can't hear. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. I just don't like the fact that a lot of people, it's like their identity. Things shouldn't be your identity. You want to feel free. And if part of your identity is I am a doctor, I am a vegan, I am a gym bunny, then it kind of doesn't feel free. There we are.
Yeah.
Jump straight in.
Yeah, you need to show yourself. You're going to feel those effects, okay, when you go hard on the body, okay? Our body is a vessel, and the fact of the matter is it needs a certain amount of exercise and it needs nutritious food, okay? That's just the bottom line, and we're seeing the effects of not taking care of our bodies in our modern culture. The thing is, the medical science and all these other aspects that exist right now, they're able to extend the life of the body, but that doesn't necessarily mean that life will be quality. Okay? This is the deceptive nature of what beings who control the matrix want to do. They want to have a compliant, overweight,
fluoride drinking
populace.
Just want to make sure this is heard. Fluoride
drinking. That is so attached to the pleasure of life. Yeah. Oh. Can you hear me?
I
Okay.
hear you.
Are we good?
Keep going.
What was the last thing you heard?
Okay. You were saying
I'm going to say
they were you were saying that that basically the ones that control the matrix would like us all to be very kind of docile and overweight and everything like that, and then I interrupted and was saying they really want us all to be drinking this fluoride water, and then at that point you couldn't hear me and I couldn't hear you.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg, okay? There's been a a lot of things that we sold a bill of goods on, okay? And people need to wake up and to clue into that fact, okay? And it's not a matter of putting yourself into a fighting spirit and to fight against those things. It's not necessary to fight against those things. What you need to do is to connect with everything that's 5D and 6D and above, and embrace those things and promote those things. That's the way to stimulate change. You see, the more that you fight against this 3D matrix, although you are stating what the truth, you're creating the problem, and you're putting an energy there that creates the resistance. And so it just fights that back. So what you do is you just state the truth, but you create a solution for yourself. You offer a solution for other people, okay? And you live from that higher love, okay? Now, the 5 is the 3D, okay? Your thoughts manifest instantly in me, okay? So you better be prepared for what you now. This is that when you are ascending and going through all these different levels, Spirit is going to make sure that you're ready for that before they offer that to you or put you in it, basically. Okay? Because otherwise you're the frying pan and in the fire. And all these negative thoughts that play 3D and to some extent the 4D world, they tend to okay, the video.
Keep going. Oh, no. It froze. Now it's doing its thing again. I want to address the point that Jana Karen made. And she said it should be about feeling good, not looking a certain way. Remember that. I actually think it can be both. I think it can be both. If wanting to build a better butt gets you to the gym every day, which means that your blood flow is cleaning your liver more and your intestines are shaking and doing what they're meant to do more, hey, why not? Whatever motivates you, you know. I'm very much, like I said, I'm very much about how we get this balance of 3D and 5D. And I think you should look good in 3D, and you should feel your best, and you should look good, and you should take care of yourself, and whatever that involves for you. Now, that's no one should put any, I don't know, rules on what that should look like, you know. If you don't want to shave under your arms, or if you don't want to wear mascara, I mean, it's up to you. It's cool. Like, no one, it's up to you. It's your choice. But the point is this: don't have anything against those that want to look great. It doesn't mean that they're being false, you know. I mean, if I go to the gym and I have lip gloss on, am I being Kim Kardashian? No. Why? Because I live a life of love. I love me. I love you. I love everything. Like, you know. But I can go and work on my glutes if I want. You see what I'm saying? So, I think that the motivation, because at the end of the day, if you feel good inside because you cleaned out your childhood wounds, but you also look good on the outside, and you feel good about looking good on the outside, I mean, it's a win-win, hey? So I think we should all do whatever we need to do to feel good, and if it means that we look even more good, hey, that's not a problem, you know. And we mustn't judge others. We mustn't judge anyone. Just focus on you. Focus on your healing. Focus on what you're doing. I think the problem is everyone's too out here looking in magazines and listening to gossip and watching gossip TV shows. Forget all of that. It's bullshit. Go in. What are you doing? What are you saying? What are you talking? What are you doing? You know, what are you doing with your life? How do you feel? You know, and you know, my angels. Obviously, when I do have company, my angels still talk. Like when Shannon visited for over a week, like my angels every morning would give us an itinerary for the day. They'd be like, this is what you guys are going to do. And it was always completely different from what I'd planned for us to do. There we are. We got it.
Hey, and just for the record, I don't shave under my arms, and I don't.
Well, good to know. Good to know. Now we're gonna have to cut a little short today, guys, because I have a client that I have to talk to shortly. And originally these lives were meant to only be 30 minutes or even 20 to 30 minutes, but we've kind of got in the habit of taking it up to an hour now, haven't we? Because
so I'll build upon what I was saying about your diet. Okay, it's not just about the food that you intake as well. There's thoughts you intake as well. Did you know that there are some thought forms that float that are not of you, especially when you're in traffic or something like that, and you can literally pick up on them, and I've become aware of them, and you can say, wait a minute, and you can connect that energy and say, no, that's not of me. You have to be careful of thought that you intake as well. And that's the thoughts that you tell yourself and the thoughts put forward by other people that you take inside.
And what you watch on TV, like what you expose yourself to, it's what you digest. Imagine you digest with your eyes, your nose, and your mouth. What you smell, what you speak, and what you see, and what you eat. You know, it's everything you digest. Dale, I just want to let them know, obviously, if they want to do a reading with you, if they want to book some time with you, they can go right ahead and they can click the link in your bio. And I've placed his IG link all over the stories and the posts, so everyone should have no problem finding him. And for myself, if anyone hasn't come across me before, I specialize in helping particularly women that are already maybe in between, out of 10, they're like a 6, 7, 8 out of 10 in happiness. I help them to get to 10 and stay there. So that's what I specialize in, basically putting the ego to sleep so that you're happy. So anyone who wants to book a free call with me is welcome to as well. I really hate to cut you short, but literally, if I don't get off now, Dale, I will not get to eat anything until 10 o'clock tonight, and I haven't stopped for the last few hours. Okay.
I do wish everybody a quick blessing. If you want to connect with me, go to dalesellers.com, DALESELLERS.com. I'm on Instagram at Dale Sellers Solutions. On Facebook, my page is Dale Sellers Intuitive Solutions. Twitter at Dale. All those modes of communication I check on a regular basis. I pay attention to. I've been so blessed to be a part of this show. Please connect with me too. God bless me.
Definitely. Lots of love, Dale. But also, you have the link in your bio, don't you, on your page that will take them somewhere like your website? Yeah, because everyone on here has Instagram. So everybody can go to his page, follow him, DM him, click on the link in bio to go to the website. And for myself, you'll need to go to my personal page, which is Amelia Happiness Guru, and click in the link in my bio there if you want to book a free call. Love you, love you, love you, love you.
Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And we will see you very soon. Okay, bye-bye.
Guys.